Lately, I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be.
Hi Igniters, this is Sable Montine from LeComm School of Dental Medicine, and I am back from a 6.5-hour drive from Orlando, and so if I look a little tired, that's why, so sorry. But I wanted to make sure I got a video out to you guys about one of our final video blogs for the moment, which is you got into dental school, now what? So December 1st, y'all will be finding out if you got into certain schools or not. If you haven't gotten an interview yet, that is completely fine. Most schools actually hold interviews until March and April, so it's still okay. You can breathe, but there's definitely certain things that you need to consider when choosing the right dental school for you. And so I made a little list, so here we go. So first of all, what matters most to you? Does location matter to you? Do you want to be close to home? Is it okay if you're out of state and further away? You also want to, realize the weather. I came from California and I didn't really want to go to an area that was super, super cold because at my height, it's a long fall if I fall down with ice, and I can't say that I walk the best on ice since I'm not used to it. So, that was definitely something that I wanted to consider. Maybe sports events is important to you. I went to USC as an undergrad, and so I didn't really care about sports events anymore because I did have that college experience with a big name team such as the Trojans. So I was okay. I experienced that, and I didn't necessarily have to be at football games every weekend. Also, if the school is a big school name, to me, LeComm, wasn't really, I'm just using LeComm as an example since that's where I go, but, the first class hadn't even graduated yet when I went there. And so, I was like, do I really want to explain? I go to LeComm, it's in Florida, it's a newer school. I still find myself saying that, but I really don't mind because I've enjoyed helping create the reputation of the school, and the school is very receptive to blossoming and listening to what us students have to say. So that aspect was great for me, and I'm really glad that I chose this school. And then also cost of living, because that could be really important. Me coming from California, seeing the prices here in Florida, they were nothing. But, to some people that might be more of an issue, and whether there's a life or a lack thereof. No matter what, dental school is going to be hard, and there's some years that are going to be harder than others, but you want to make sure that it's something that you're comfortable with. Definitely take into consideration if the school offers any scholarships. That could also be a big deal to you. And if the school is private or public, those prices do have quite a big difference in them. And so, if you get to choose whether, if you have that opportunity to have a choice between a public and private school where the tuition is so much different, you might want to choose one versus the other. And also out of state versus in state. Usually that doesn't matter when it's a private school. The prices are still going to be the same, but dental schools tuitions can range between $70,000 to $100,000. So that can make a big difference over the years. So, things to consider again when you're making that final choice is the school's mission. You want to make sure that your values are on par with their values. You want to make sure that the class size is one that you're comfortable with for you to have that personal attention that you would like when being a dental student. The clinic time that is allotted to you, for instance, LeComm again, we have clinic starting our first year. We are already seeing denture patients, and that was really big to me. And my third and fourth years, I have my own operatory, and I see patients full time. So that's amazing to me. I have a bunch of experience that I'm very thankful for. Style of learning, PBL, which is problem-based learning versus lecture. You might like the traditional lecture, or you might like that team approach. So see what is best for you and take advantage during those interviews to see if that is a good decision for you to make to join. Pass or fail. Specialty programs don't really mind as much anymore, the pass versus if you're going to a pass-fail school versus one with grades. So I've had just as many opportunities with my school being pass-fail. So if that's something that you're more comfortable with, it was a great environment for me. There was less competition between all of us as students, and we were able to become closer, and I really enjoyed that aspect. And also, if the school offers specialties, that could also be very important to you. Any extracurricular activities, such as ASDA, can be very important to your dental education and the experience that you have in dental school. So make sure that you choose what is right for you. Don't do it for anybody else. You're in this for the next 4 years, and you need to choose and decide where you're most comfortable. If you have any other questions, please make sure to ask Erin, Amisha, Dr. Rice, or I. We're here for you, and if you have any other suggestions for what you'd like to hear about, again, we are all here for you. Thank you so much, and we look forward to hearing from you soon. Bye, Igniters!